Morning everybody, how you all doing? Apologise for the wind noise, if you're getting the wind noise. Oh, every time I go on camera, the deer appear. So I'm just going to come out and say this as bluntly as I possibly can. There are grifters within our movement. No doubts about it whatsoever. And like I said before, I'm sure many of you know who they are, and no doubt many of you will be naming them in the comments. The reason this, I've got no issues with anybody making money from YouTube. I really haven't. I haven't at all. If you want to make content and make money from what you do, that's all well and good. What I have an issue with is taking from the movement and then giving nothing back. That's what I've got a massive issue with. There are people out there that have done really well out of this movement. They know who they are. They've done really well out of this movement. And yet when it comes to the time to giving back, to sharing the risk, we'll get onto that in a bit, to sharing the risk, they're nowhere to be seen. They make excuses. Now, I wasn't at the rally on Saturday. I couldn't afford to go. Now, the people I'm talking about are making more than enough money to make the trip to London, to make their presence shown, to give back to the people that have been so generous to them and given them their position and given them the ability to do what they're doing. And this is my issue, because the people like that are taking resources from people who are giving back to the movement on a daily basis. They literally are risking everything. And there's a lot of people out there that simply are cowards. Plain and simple, they're cowards. They won't take the risk. They exaggerate the risk to themselves to justify not being there in person, because they're grifters. They have no intentions. They don't give a shit about this movement. All they care about is what they can get out of it. Now, I'm going to talk about Tom Generation X. Tom, if everybody doesn't know, Tom was one of the cameramen, if not the cameraman, I'm not sure, one of the cameramen that went around with Tommy Robinson filming the Rape of Britain documentaries. That's who Tom Generation X is. Go give him a subscribe, go follow him. He's done documentaries himself. Now the guy has PTSD, but he's still got off his arse, gone out there and made a difference. Made a difference, no matter how small. He's made a difference. He's got up off his arse. He's chosen to take this country back, like the rest of us. We're all in this together now. We really are. And Tom has taken the risk to go out there, along with many others that you'll never ever hear about, to get their country back. And it's charlatans that take all the limelight, all the resources, when really they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be, because on the scale of things, when you look at what they've actually done for the movement, it's fuck all. Absolutely fuck all. And it boils my piss to see people like Tom and Danny Roscoe struggling to get to events when these fucking absolute fucking scroungers are sucking up resources like a leech and preventing the real patriots, because they are real patriots, the ones that just sit on their arse behind fucking live streaming, getting in the fucking super chats, they're fake patriots. Ask yourselves, look back on what they have actually done for this movement, because I have looked. It's fuck all. Absolute fuck all. They've done nothing. All they've done is take. They've not given anything fucking back. And if they have given the tiniest bit back, it's to cover their own backs so people don't cotton on to the fact that they're absolute fucking leeching fucking grifters. They'll do the bare minimum. They're not willing to share the risk like me and you are. Now you might ask, well, Vindicator, what have you do? I go to protests. I'm going to a protest 28th of September, my local protest. I'm supporting that. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be covering it. Boots on the ground. I've got projects being planned in the background that I can't mention, because if I mention them, it will tip people off to what I'm up to. But I am doing something. I made this decision consciously. I'm taking my country back, and I will do everything within my power to make that happen. I will. And I said in live streams before, even if it means making mini documentaries about certain issues to raise awareness, I'm going to do it. It just annoys me that people have got they've got the wool pulled over their eyes. They've got these rose-tinted glasses on to certain individuals that don't deserve it. They don't deserve your respect. They really don't. They've done nothing apart from take. And anybody that calls them out for it, they get demonized. They get smeared. And I'm sick of it. Now this isn't what this channel is about. This channel is not about drama. That's why I'm not mentioning any names or anything like that, because I know you know who they are. I don't need to mention their names. A lot of these people were strangely absent from the United Kingdom rally. They made their excuses when they had plenty of resources to make it happen. They weren't willing to make the risk like you were to go down to London and be known. They could have done it. They could have quite easily have done it. They're just not prepared to make the same risks that you are. They don't deserve your support. They don't deserve your protection. They don't. They really don't. They've done fuck all. They've taken large amounts from this movement to get them to where they are. And yet they can't give the tiniest bit back when it's needed of them to show support and get behind people. Danny Roscoe, boots on the ground, citizen journalist, absolutely top bloke. Again, finds it hard to get the resources to get his projects off the ground. Projects that are going to help me and you get this country back. Same with Tom Fury. These people need encouragement. They need people to get behind them, to encourage them to keep going forward. They have got that drive, but they just find it so hard to get support, especially when the presence on YouTube. I know myself. Now these people that came to this movement that haven't been in it for very long came with large followings straight away. They didn't have to build up a channel from scratch like we've had to do. I've lost countless channels because of my views and the things that I've said. I've never sugarcoated it. I've never stepped away from the plate in what I've said. I've never self-censored myself to a point where my channel's pointless and there's no point doing videos anymore. It's a risk. You have to take a risk to get the word out. Tom's the same, so is Danny Roscoe. And there are lots of other people out there taking the same risk on a daily basis. The people that organise the protests for the illegal immigrant hotels. The citizen journalists that risk getting hit, punched and kicked. We've seen it. We see what happens. They're the people on the front line. Those are the people the resources of this movement should be going to, because they're the people that are making the effort to change this country for the better. That's the truth. That is the reality of this situation. And it makes me so angry when I see these smug bastards sat there with their stupid smug grins on their faces, knowing that they're pulling the wool over Patriots' eyes because they think they're good people, when in reality they're not good people at all. They're not good people. Yeah, there's some risk involved in this, but like I said before, courage is not the absence of fear. It's doing what's needed to be done in the face of fear, regardless of the consequences to yourself. That is something that all of us that have taken this mantle on, this cause on, have accepted. All the projects that I'm going to be doing I'm going to be self-funding because they're my projects. I want to do this. This is my way of fighting back, of giving back to this country. The country that has nurtured me, that has provided me safety. I don't want to see it drift into darkness. I don't. I don't want to see it drift into darkness. And we're going to stop that from happening. We've got all these soldiers all throughout history that have died and bled for this country. The least I can do is get out there and try and wake people up to what is going on in this country. It is. It's the least any of us can do. It's to honour their sacrifice. It's to get off your arse, organise a protest and start standing up for this country. The Unite the Kingdom rally wasn't the end. It was just the beginning. That was to get you all fired up, to inspire you to do the same thing in your own towns and cities. Get the protest going. Get the peaceful protest going. We've got them on the ropes. Starmer is on shaky ground. The whole Labour Party is about to collapse. We're fighting back and we're winning. But everybody needs to stand up now. Everybody needs to stand up and be counted. Yes, you were brave. You walked down the streets of London showing everybody that this country is not dead yet. It still has a strong beating heart. But that's not the end. Walking down the street with a flag will not get this country back. It won't. You need to organise, you need to wake up your towns and your cities to the fact that we are in very grave danger in this country. And we're on the very precipice of losing it forever. That's all I've got to say. This is Vindicator, sign off.